Hello there. My thought for today comes from Isaiah chapter 43. It's a lovely chapter. And it's two verses really. It's verse 16 and verse 19. Verse 16 says, "Thus says the Lord, who makes a way in the sea, a path in the mighty waters." And it goes on to talk about the chariots and the horses being snuffed out like a wick. And that's referring to the way that God made through the Red Sea when he rescued his people from Egypt. He made a way where there wasn't a way, where there was a raging river. And he made a way for people to pass over. And then he goes on in verse 18, immediately, remember not the former things, referring to that miracle, that amazing miracle. He says, don't think about that. Think about what I'm going to do. Can you see what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something bigger than that, more amazing than that. Behold, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the deserts. This is the reverse of what he was doing before. When he made a way through the river, he took the water away. Now he's going to make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Where there is no water, he's going to bring water. And this is what Jesus did, of course, when he came. He made a way for people to reach God where there was no way before, where there was no way without endless sacrifices and intercessions from priests and offerings. And when you were constantly aware of your evilness, here is Jesus making a way. That veil, that curtain torn in two, making it possible for us to enter straight into the presence of God without bringing an animal sacrifice or anything else. But I was thinking about whatever you're facing, whether the thing you're facing seems like an enormous river, impassable, impossible to get through. There's something in the way in your future. There's something in your life that you just seem not to be able to get past. Or maybe it doesn't look like a barrier. It just looks like an enormously long place where there's no refreshment. You simply can't cross this desert because there aren't any oases on the way. There's no way to get through. It is completely barren. The path ahead of you is completely barren, and it seems hopeless. But God says to us, I will make a way in the desert. I will make rivers in the desert, in the wilderness. In other words, I will make a way for you, and I will provide water along the way. And not only that, but the river, the abundance that will come in my provision for you will be so great that all the animals will be able to live and survive, and there will be plenty for the people that follow me. This is a wonderful promise. It reminded me of a song that we have sung and we used to sing. If you get the chance to look it up on YouTube or Spotify or whatever music program you have, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. God delights in surprising us with provision, with leadership, with guidance, with help. God is able where we cannot. God is perfectly able to get you out of the mess you think you found yourself in. He's perfectly able to move away all those enormous barriers and make a way for you. Just go one step at a time, trusting that it will be as he promised. Don't look at the wilderness. Don't look at the water. Look to God. Look to Jesus, who promised so much. And he's never failed you, has he? Think about your life. He's never failed you. He's always been there, providing, uplifting, encouraging, strengthening. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He is the great creator. He works in ways we cannot see. God will make a way for me. And often, if there's a delay, it's because there are things being done in the background that we cannot see. There are people that God is speaking to, that God is moving. And maybe there are hold-ups on the way, but God is at work. You know, when you cry out to God for help, when you say, Lord, I don't know how to get through this, please show me the way. There must be a way to do this. Help me, Lord. You think he hasn't heard because he hasn't answered immediately. No, he has heard, and he is answering. He is good. God will make a way. God will make a way. For certain. God has made a way for us to be reconciled to him where there seemed to be no way to do it. He has accomplished that. We would never have thought of the plan of salvation, but he planned it and he worked it out for us. And he's perfectly capable of providing a way for you in the seemingly barren land in which you have found yourself. And if you're not in a place like that at the moment, remember these things, because you almost certainly will come across a desert place that you have to cross. God bless you. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.